Hi all, today we are going to discuss about overreach of distance relays. So the tendency of the distance relays to operate at line impedances larger than their preset value. This is called as overreach of the relay. So this mainly happens for instantaneous relays only, which will operate instantaneously during the transient faults. That happens due to because during the transient faults there will be DC offset value. So let us see how the waveform will resemble whenever the fault comes. So whenever the fault comes, the waveform will resemble something like this. So initially the DC component also will be there along with the AC component. So the gradually the wave will start coming to its normal position, and after some time, so it will reach it steady state. So you can see here the AC value or the envelope of this wave is passing like this. So this wave can be represented as a sum of two waves. One is the AC wave and the second one is the DC component. So we can tell that it is having a DC component. Because of this your waveform is shifted and it will die out after some time. This is the DC component. And if you want to measure what is the AC component under steady state conditions, so under steady state conditions what happens? So this will be the waveform. This is under steady state. So this value AC under steady state. So we can tell that under initial conditions there will be DC component along with the AC component. So that's why the current magnitude will become unsymmetry. It will not be symmetric about your axis, and gradually the DC component will die out, and this DC component will die out rapidly at the rate of 80% per cycle. So after every cycle it will lose about 80% of its magnitude. Like that it will take some time to die out. Now coming to the instantaneous relays, because instantaneous relays operate at a very faster rate, it will operate within 1 to 2 cycles of your original signal. So that's why it will measure the total current, which will be the sum of the transient component, that means DC component and the AC component. So total value of the current will be measured. So we can tell that the RMS value of current during initial cycles. So during initial cycles this will be I will be equal to square root of, so the AC component square plus the DC component square. So this IDC is the DC offset at the instant when your relay is operating, and this AC is the steady state AC component, steady state AC component. So because of this your current is changed from simply, actually the IRMS value should be equal to IAC, but it is now changed from IAC to square root of IAC square plus IDC square. This is due to DC offset. So due to DC offset. So now under steady state conditions, because whatever the analysis we have made now till now, that is under steady state conditions. So the current will be equal to the AC component only, because DC component will die out under steady state conditions. So let us see the impedance seen by the relay under this transient conditions. So I am just taking that impedance seen by relay under this transient conditions. So let us represent this with offset, Z offset. So offset impedance. So this will be equal to V divided by I. So this becomes V divided by square root of IAC square plus IDC square. So we know that IAC square plus IDC square component will be more than normal value of current. So automatically this offset value, that means Z under offset value will be less than Z under steady state values, or the Z without offset value. Getting this one? So that's why this value, that means how much extra offset, or because of offset how much extra error is coming, so that is represented by the percentage transient overreach. So transient overreach is Z offset value maximum minus Z no offset value maximum divided by Z no offset maximum value multiplied by 100. So let us see what are these components so that then we will proceed further. So these components will be, the first one is Z offset the maximum value. Z offset value, maximum value will be actual line impedance up to which relay operates under DC offset, and the second one is Z no offset maximum. So actual line impedance up to which relay operates without DC offset. So in order to analyze this, so I am taking a small diagram. So let us take, for example, I am taking a transmission line. So transmission line, let us assume there is a relay here. So this relay measures two things. One is the current as well as the value of the voltage. So based on the current, so this is the current measured by your relay, and this is voltage that is measured by your relay. So let us assume for this transmission line the fault has happened someplace. So let us assume your line is designed or your relay is designed to operate for a setting is equal to 10 ohms. So your relay should operate for a distance corresponding to 10 ohms of your transmission line impedance. That 10 ohms is corresponding to up to length of the line you want to measure. Let us assume the length of the line, for example, is 1 ohm per kilometer. That means it is designed to operate, for example, up to 10 kilometers. This is the actual meaning of this. So let the voltage at the relay, that VR is equal to 100 volts and the fault current is equal to 10 amperes without offset. That means without the DC component or steady state component which we have analyzed till now, let that value is equal to 10 amperes. So in that case, I can measure my value of the impedance that is protected will be 100 divided by 10 amperes, because 100 volts by 10 amperes, this is equal to 10 ohms. Getting this one? So that's why the value of the Z set is equal to 10 ohms. It should operate actually up to 10 ohms. That means the line length corresponding to 10 ohms. Please consider here it is a line length. So now let the DC offset current is equal to 6 amperes under transient conditions. So now what happens, the value of the current that is measured by your relay, it is equal to I. So actual AC component out of this will be equal to, because your relay will operate up to until your relay measures 100 divided by 10, that is 10 ohms, because voltage is constant and correspondingly current up to 10 amperes it will operate. So actual AC component will be the 10 square minus 6 square, because since the value of I is equal to the AC component square plus DC component square. Okay, so this one is equal to 10 is equal to IAC square plus DC component square is 6, because up to this your relay will operate. So it will become 10 square minus 6 square. So this will become equal to 8 amperes. It is 8 amperes. Therefore, because actual AC component is only 8 amperes, but your relay is measuring corresponding to 10 amperes because of DC offset value. That's why it is protecting the more length than what it can protect. So let us see the impedance up to which the line is covered will be equal to, the impedance up to which the line is covered is voltage is equal to 100 and the steady state value of the AC is only 8. So that's why it will measure up to, or it will protect up to 12.5 ohms. That means 12.5 ohms of line impedance. So it is measuring actually up to 12.5 ohms up to of the line impedance, but actually it should only measure up to 10 ohms, but it will is protecting up to Z is equal to 12.5 ohms for the given setting. So that is the disadvantage of this one. So that's why this is measured by the overreach. So the value of the overreach will be equal to 12.5 minus 10 divided by 10 into 100. So this is coming as 25% overreach. It is protecting for 25% extra distance. So again, still some of you may be confusing. So let me explain you briefly what to do. So now actually your relay is designed to operate up to a distance of 10 ohms. Let us assume it should operate up to here. So under steady state conditions, it will measure up to here. But what happens during the transient conditions, because of the DC offset value, so what happens, your actual value of the current is changed. So actual value of the current will be the sum of the AC component plus DC component square. So automatically your current will increase. So when the current is increased, the impedance that is measured by your relay will decrease. That means as your relay is set to operate up to 10 ohms, that means it will protect up to Z is equal to 10 ohms. So take Z is equal to 10 ohms and accordingly you can measure the value. So for Z is equal to 10 ohms, the current should be corresponding to 10 amperes. Up to that it can protect. So that's why I have taken the current up to 10 amperes it is protecting. Out of this the DC component is 6. So what is the actual value of the AC component? AC component is corresponding to 8 amperes. Actually it should protect for the fault current of minimum up to 10 amperes, but now it is protecting for fault current up to 8 amperes. Even for 8 amperes of the fault current also it will operate. So when this 8 amperes current will pass, because the farther the fault happens, lesser will be the fault current, you agree with me? So it is operating even for 8 amperes, or it will operate up to a line impedance of 12 ohms. That means the transmission line, if you are taking 1 ohms per kilometer, it will protect up to 12.5 kilometers instead of 10 kilometers. So this is called as percentage overreach of the relay. So that's why the relay should have the proper design to overcome this transient overreach. In practice, the percentage overreach is taken between 10% to 20%. So therefore, because this problem I told you, this happens only because of the high speed distance relays which will operate instantaneously in the first 2-3 cycles. If the distance operates after 2-3 cycles, by the time the DC component will die out, so it will measure the actual value, so this overreach problem will not come. So that's why the high speed distance relays are generally used for the zone number 1 of your protection. That means the zone that is starting from your alternator to the first zone. So zone 1 is adjusted to 80 to 90% only of its line length. It is not kept up to 100%, because this 10 to 20% overreach can happen, and it can happen because of two things: either errors in the CT or PT, because always CT PT the characteristics will not be linear whatever you design, whatever way you design. So that's why some error will be introduced due to CT and PT. They will have the errors. And similarly, due to transient overreach problem discussed in this lecture, because of this the 10 to 20% is left as unprotected, because it will be protected because of the DC component of this thing. So that's why care is taken. Only 80 to 90% of the line is designed to be protected. I hope what is overreach and which cases it happens and how to overcome is clear to you. If you still have any queries, you can leave your comments in the comment section below. I will answer to your queries from there. Thank you. Thank you very much.